Hey everybody, this is Steve Cross with Fishing with Steve Cross, and I'm here to help you out this week with some problems I've been hearing about with the Mr. Heater, the Big Buddy and the regular Buddy Heater. Well, I had my own problems this last weekend when I was up in South Dakota on the ice, and it was extremely cold. Well, I'll tell you what, it wasn't the cold giving me a problem. I ended up coming home and troubleshooting through my bottles and my two different hoses I had, and found out that what I thought was a problem with one of my propane bottles, in fact, was not a problem with the propane bottle. It was the hose the whole time. So had I brought my second hose up South Dakota with me, I would have been able to use my other hose and get the job done, keeping the heater rolling full blast the whole weekend instead of struggling through keeping it on low and medium as much as I can to preserve the propane for the one bottle, which I thought was a good bottle, and the other one which I thought was a bad bottle. So here's the deal. Got home, hooked up this other hose to it, to what I thought was the bad bottle. Worked just fine. So this hose here that has this outside connection, not the inside connection, just like grill bottle, this one's the one I bought at Lowe's, I'm pretty sure. It only worked with one of the propane cylinders. The other propane cylinder, it barely kept it on medium, and sometimes would want to flicker off on medium. So the other hose I got, this type screws into the inside of the propane cylinder. That hose worked just fine. So this cylinder right here is one that I thought was a bad cylinder last week. Come home, put it on Mr. Heater, or the Buddy Heater. I'm gonna turn the pilot on here. Get it rolling. Alright, pilot's lit. Turn on low. It's probably hard to see outside here. Alright, low's going. Flip it on over to high. High is fired up too. Just fine with this other hose, the type that screws into the propane cylinder, not over it. That's the key there. This whole time, all last weekend, I thought I had a bad cylinder, and I was already come home and propane exchange out a brand new 20-pound cylinder because I thought the cylinder was bad. In fact, it was the hose. So if you're having problems with your Buddy Heater, not firing up right, it's not going, just wanting to go but not getting there, or it would run on medium for about 5 minutes and just shut off, flicker off. Well, the other cylinder was working just fine. It's the hose that's the problem. There could be other things, but I found out the hose was my problem. So hope it helps you out and you're troubleshooting your Buddy Heater. It might just be going and buying a different hose, getting away from this grill type that it didn't seem to fit all the cylinders the same way. But this guy here, the threads in the inside, did. So this is the hose end that worked just fine. This is the type of connector that goes to the inside of your propane cylinder. Worked just fine on both cylinders. But for some reason, this guy here, this over the fitting connector, only worked on the one cylinder. So there you go. One versus the other. This one works on both of mine, and this one only worked on one. I'm glad I didn't have only my one propane cylinder with me. I'll tell you what, I would have been in bad shape. Bad shape. At least I was able to keep it on high here and there, preserving propane. I'll tell you what, man, ain't nothing worse than getting out on the ice and only be able to keep your heater halfway because you're worried about running out of propane because you don't have two cylinders that you planned on using. Because when you're in 21 below zero overnight, you're going to be using that heater full blast the whole time. And I wasn't able to. So good luck to you. We'll see you on the next adventure, or the next tips and tricks I got for you, and a little bit of troubleshooting here and there. Thanks for watching. Help a guy out and hit subscribe while you're here. It don't cost nothing to subscribe on YouTube. And if you got a Google account and you're watching it on your Facebook or what have you, you got a Gmail account. And it's just as easy as click and subscribe. It'll take you to an easy prompt. You just sign in with your name, and there you are, signed into YouTube. It don't cost nothing to get into YouTube. It don't cost nothing to subscribe. So not only for me, but all your other favorite video makers out there. So we'll see you later. Thanks a lot.